Hello, how are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Melissa, first of all, very early on in the show, we get to realize that Margot had to leave behind a lot and to give up on a lot, including her parents, in order to be with Ali. So I was wondering, when it comes down to your career as an actress, because I'm sure, whenever we chase dreams, we have to leave something behind or we have to give up on something else. So I was
hmm
wondering, did you ever actually had to give up on something or to leave something behind in order to fulfill your dreams?
That's a lovely question. Thank you, Carmine. Well, actually, the first, after having my two sons, I didn't take work purely because I couldn't imagine leaving, your children behind. And it got to the point where I had to, Mosquito Coast took hold of me because I wanted the parts so much. And I also realized, oh boy, you need to work too because it's just you with your kids.
Yeah.
So I did leave behind a lot. It was painful, but at the same time, I had so much encouragement from my children to say, as long as it's not too long. So I did 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I went back and forth doing that for the show. So at the end of the day, it was a painful decision to go to work, but one that I'm glad I did because it was a role I wanted for many, many, many months. And when your children give you permission, it's okay, you can go and do it. That's when you're like, okay, I'm gonna finally I kind of question like, why do you want me to, why do you want me to leave? But now, like, for example, I mentioned that I was working today and they're like, you're going to Mexico? I was like, no, 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 not that work. I'm working
Yeah.
this from home today. So now they're all like traumatized, she's going to go away to Mexico. But so yeah.
Right. Oh, thanks so much for sharing. Um, what I love about your character, she has a line in the show that goes like, you promise and you promise, but you don't deliver. So
Mm.
I was wondering, how do you deal with people, that make big promises to you without delivering?
Well, within my immediate family, which is me and my two boys, we do the pinky promise, and that's massive. Like, oh my God, they
Ooh.
look at you like, you're pinky promising me? And I'm like, you know what that means? That means you don't break it. So I have to really be careful, when my little finger comes out to do the pinky promise. But promise, when somebody promises me something and they don't deliver, well, I don't think I'll be seeing them the next day. Hein. C'est facile. C'est facile, hein? C'est fini. Voilà. Je tourne la page.
Would you say that is something that happens, common in Hollywood, getting, big promises without delivering?
Hollywood promises a lot, but they do deliver. I mean, look where we are. Look what we're talking about today. A show
Yes,
that we.
yes.
So I'm sorry, Hollywood does deliver. I mean, when they want you, they really want you. I mean, of course, I've been on the other end of the spectrum where they don't want you at all, and you just have to oublier, forget that, and just walk away. But in this particular case, the biggest promises is going back to filming after the confinement, the confinement. And they promised and they delivered, and we finished season one.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, you know, what's funny about Ali is the fact that he calls the journey an adventure. So I was wondering, what's been your biggest adventure so far?
My biggest adventure, wow, it started when I was very young. I was a roller skating champion. I left home at 16 to be an actress. Then I married a Chilean and lived in Argentina. And then I went to this. And then since the beginning, it's an adventure. My life has just been one big adventure. But I would say, becoming a mother, working on this show was a huge adventure because it's my first series that went for a long time. It was a long journey, many different places in Mexico, many different journeys. Yeah.
Awesome. Melissa, I want to thank you so much for your time
Thank
today,
you.
and all the best for your show, and hopefully next time again. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Camille. Bye bye.